Tim, you spoke about how in Parliament there are now more alternative voices, and you have said before that the PAP is in this unique quandary where people want you to be the government, but yet they want the opposition to do well enough so they can come into Parliament to check you. Yeah. And you mentioned how that could have an impact on maybe having to spend more energies on politics rather than policies. So during your time as Prime Minister, have you seen how has this affected maybe the debates in Parliament, and have you seen actual impact on?
Well, I think there is no doubt that we're spending more time on politics than before. I think we still spend more time on policies, but that we do feel in the PAP that we have to spend the time on politics because you must win the politics. Otherwise, the policies cannot run. That's the way the system works. Parliament with more opposition, more active opposition, I think the debates have become more intense. From the point of view of quality of debate, if you are watching it as a television debate, I would have to say the quality has improved because there are more opposition MPs. They come with prepared positions, they have coordinated amongst themselves, they make their pitch, the government replies. From the point of view of government, has it improved people's understanding of issues and enlightened the public? The answer is mixed. Because once in a while you have a non-contentious issue. For example, if there's a nasty accident and you discuss what should we do more to prevent accidents from happening, our heart bleeds for the victims. Or you've got a problem which is completely non-political, such as you've got so many internet scams, how do I protect people better from being cheated on the internet, old folks, vulnerable people. I think there it's not so hard to have a constructive debate and the opposition will chip in ideas. But many other important issues inherently carry some political color to it. And it's very difficult to take that political color out and have a debate which is solely focused on improving the policy and making things better or clearing it out. So the premium is on showing up what the shortcomings are. Why is it you don't do it the other way? I have a good idea. Here's how you can make it cheaper, better, faster. And then, TV-wise, it's still a good debate. But enlightenment-wise and productivity-wise, I'm not so sure. You may have to go through it because some of these arguments will be out there, the views will be there, you have to deal with them, you have to rebut it. But I think if we spend more and more time thinking up clever arguments and rebutting clever arguments, we will have less and less time thinking up good ideas and implementing good ideas. And if the trend is that I want more and more check and balance and more alternative voices, and still I want a PAP government, you are inevitably going to weaken the government in terms of the energy it has to work on policies that benefit Singaporeans. The results will generate fewer benefits for Singaporeans, and at some point the political system will malfunction. It is a risk.
Is there a magic number or some proportion in Parliament by which, it will tip over?
There is no magic number, but we have to push very hard against this. That there is a trend, I think that's the way politics works. When I came in, I was elected in 1984, there were two opposition MPs in Parliament elected that year, Jeyaretnam and Hsien Loong. And we thought that it was quite a major setback. Because up to then, there was just Mr. Jeyaretnam who had been appointed in a by-election. And we thought this was a major setback and we would have to work very hard to deal with this. Well, we were able to hold the line. And after Mr. Goh Chok Tong took over, he had a general election in 1991. And you may or may not remember, but in that general election, the opposition contested very few of the seats. And Mr. Hsien Loong very proudly declared that this was his by-election strategy. meaning that there's no danger of my taking over the government. You've got a PAP government, now please vote for me. Quite safe, nothing will happen. I won't be your government, you can vote for me. Yes. And he got elected, but that was then. It's an amazing approach. When I became PM, I called the general election for the first time. Even then, there was a minority of seats which were contested. Most of the seats were not contested. The PAP formed the government on nomination day. This last election, all the seats were contested. Now the opposition says, we want 1/3. Check the PAP. So one newspaper columnist said they want 1/2. They stoutly denied that. Strong rebuttal, indignation. We don't want 1/2. Why so indignant? Shock and awe. Because they want people to feel it's quite safe. Just move a little bit further along the slope. No harm, nothing will happen. Life will carry on, PAP will look after you. We will be even stronger checking the PAP and speaking up for you. Marvelous. Have your cake and eat it twice. But is it so safe? So you ask me what is a safe number, I say there's no safe number. We are here, keep it like this for as long as you can. It delivers outstanding results, whether security, whether economy, whether housing, education, healthcare, everything. To make this government work like this, to have this kind of standard of living in Singapore, to be able to have a leader who can say, I have the support of the people, I've done my best for the people, and I think I have delivered. I think that's a very rare privilege which Singaporeans have. Keep it.